Good morning. Happy Sunday to everybody. How's everybody doing out there in that world? Well, Brenda's not here. You know, she went to go see her friend. So she will be back today at 4 for Family Feud. I came on here to let everybody know that we are blessed. We're doing good. Like I say, I don't never want you guys to have to do without us again that long again. That's what I came up with. So, you guys, I'm very thankful to be here. Right now, I'm making some oatmeal, and if I step away, that's what I'm doing is making some oatmeal. Okay, just in case I step away, you guys. Uh, Last night I slept very well. I'm so thankful for that. You know, I have a friend, me and my friend, we talk on the phone at night, and she sometimes have them wishy-washy days and wishy-washy nights too. It's something about a good night's sleep where you can get up in the morning and you can go on about your day. But if your sleep is messed up, you messed up. So you have to really get that sleep. Y'all, I can't see a thing. Y'all know I can't see a thing. You know I can't see nothing. I'm washing off my glasses. It was a time where I didn't have to have no glasses. I could just see. Yeah, I still got some blurred in them glasses, but thank God. Thankful somebody came up with glasses. Just imagine if we didn't come up with glasses. Nobody came up with glasses. What would we do? Like the old people have a magnifying glass and just keep looking and looking. But these are really like magnifying glasses. They're just on your head. See, and my eyes are fully open right about now, but you would think they're closed. You would think my eyes are closed. Open. They're still open. They're open now. And then when I have to go ahead and look at something, I'll be like, anybody out there like me? Anybody? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Anybody out there? Hey, hit that like button when you come in. Let me know who's in the house. Uh, you know, a lot of times I go live and I go with Brenda in the other room. And then, you know, when she come out, she say hello or she talk and I'm cooking my breakfast myself. It's it seems much easier, you know, and doing live by yourself sometimes like they're really getting bored of me, they're really getting tired of me. So you all she may be coming through that door in a minute. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm gonna fix me some oatmeal and I'll be righty right back. All right, still here. Okay, made it back. It don't take long for oatmeal. I already had cooked it, and I don't do the microwave oatmeal. I really don't do the microwave oatmeal. I like to cook my oatmeal on the stove. It's amazing when you're older, you like to do things the old-fashioned way. I do the microwave sometimes on certain things, but I really don't like the microwave. I'm old fashioned. So, mm, I put my foot in that oatmeal and I did it by myself. Mm, yeah, did it by myself. Whoever's in here, and when you get time, can you tell me what you're thankful for? Look at my phone ring. Mm, hold on. All right. Just put my phone in here with me because I had 2 missed calls. So you guys, I'm very thankful to eat and love to. I don't really love to eat, but I love to be able to have the food that I want to eat. I'm thankful for that. Mm. Today in Big Bird, Mississippi, the weather is beautiful. The sun is out. Earlier, I heard the birds singing. I was so thankful to be able to hear this morning. No, I hadn't got a haircut. No, I hadn't did certain things I need to do. But who's pointing that out? Me? You guys probably never noticed. Mm. I think I like my haircut very short. I'm gonna cut on the sides, like I said, and get the top trimmed down a little bit, like I used to have it, because it's getting to be winter time. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in. If the barber make a mistake, so what? It's just hair. It grows back. It grows back. Mm. I'm so thankful to be able to be on here to talk to you all. And I think I'm so thankful that you guys gave me the thumbs up. I'm so thankful. Christmas time is coming. I'm so thankful for that. I'm very, very, very thankful for that, you all. Um, we have another birthday coming up on here live. I'm so thankful for that you all get to see your birthday because everything is on lockdown. Hey, cousin Angela, how you doing? All right, all right. Make your coffee because I just got through making oatmeal. Mm, I'm thanking for cousin Angela coming up in here. I'm so thankful. Mm, you know, it's a blessing. And y'all, I'm trying to figure out what to get Brenda for her Christmas present this year. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Last year was her comfortable chair. Um, I had a dream that I had got her one of them beds that she wanted. She'll probably never come back on live again. But you want the bed that elevates up and down with no springs on it. Now she got a comfortable chair and she don't like coming out. Now she likes the balcony, so mm, she's got a comfortable balcony chair for her balcony. But I gotta find something else that she likes on her balcony. Um, you guys haven't seen it yet, but go over there and see her introduction. She's telling you about her age, a little bit about her life, the video I put out for her. I say, Brenda, there's a lot of people want to know something about you, so let's get on up here and put that out. So I put that out. I got her to do it. And I did that. worked to it yesterday. So you guys go click on that. It might be on my community post too. The link on my community post. So we got to get her on up there. Like I said, she want to start her new paranormal channel. And you know what? When she had that light in here and we're trying to get our watch time up, she loved paranormal. Brenda really likes to see dead spirits, UFOs. I'm like, okay, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I help you all I can help you. But I ain't going to go look for none. I don't want to look for no flying saucers, UFOs, or no dead spirits. That ain't my thing. You are yesterday I just did a little few things. I didn't even video, but you guys know I always come down with the camera. I always have my camera all the time. And I didn't get a chance to get no footage yesterday. Today I might do a little bit of footage and put out. I do have some footage I need to put out that's been on hold. I'm trying to think what it is. I don't know, but I got a video that hadn't been released, and I need to release that one. Because I know for a fact you guys will get very bored on somebody just talking all the time. You guys want to really see some video. I put up was with Dee. She was an actress on D.L. Hughley too, so if you guys go over there, she's a really good actress. She's a really good actress, and that's where she was from in the country. So she was able to drive some tractors and get on four-wheelers and do a little bit of things out there in the country and see a little bit of her other history. I really enjoyed that man that was riding that bike. I didn't get a chance to get everything I wanted to get because I had, another guest that had, was a guest, and I need to get her to the countries where she came down for to see where she was raised at. So that's that, and when she came here, she showed us a lot of her movies that she done, and Brenda knew every last one of them. She knew D.L. Hughley's secretary. That's who she was, D.L. Hughley's secretary. And Brenda said, oh, yeah. She knew her name before she even called out her name. She knew her character name. And Brenda really enjoyed that. And now she went back home. And I said, you know what? It would be good. I really would love to find more people that would be interested in YouTube. And if she was around, she would be a YouTuber because I would make her out of a YouTuber. Anybody that comes in my life is gonna be a YouTuber. It's just the point of it. If you stay around me too long, you're gonna be a YouTuber. Something my friend said, and she's a YouTuber. Me and her get along so good. We get along so good. We'll sit on the phone all day. And she will be editing her video. I'll be editing my videos. She'll come up with a title. She'll help me with mine. And she told me something one time. She said this: if you stay around a barbershop too long, you bound to get a haircut. So if you stay around a YouTuber too long, you bound to be a YouTuber. Even if you don't get but one video up, I'm going to help you do it. That's just it. Because you don't see too many older people around in this area. You don't see no. In this area, I wish I could find some young YouTubers that would be willing to help me with some more stuff that I don't know. My brain is open to it. My brain is so open to it. It's ridiculous. I'm like, okay, God, I need your help. I need you to help me get out there in the universe and get me to meet some more YouTubers, especially some older YouTubers that's willing to learn, that's willing to teach me what I don't know and what they know. And I would love that. R&B life for life. Ooh, you R&B too? I'm R&B too. I'm a R&B too. That's me. How you doing? It's nice to see you in here. Mm. I just really want to meet more YouTubers that can help me to help others and be able to get out there. Nevaeh, um, Nevaeh, hey, your grandmama is gone over to somebody's house. She stayed all night there. She stayed all night there with a friend, catching up on a whole lot of things. She might be walking through that door any minute. Who knows? Oh, that oatmeal good. If you want to start a YouTube channel, let me know. Let me know. We talk on the phone. And I know that you would do very well because you young. You young. Y'all come up with so many different things that I wish I was somewhere around you. I promise God. Nevaeh, you see how I sit there in that chair when I was at your house and I always stayed on it? You got to do that because you guys are more advanced than what I am. I always, you like, did she ever just leave out? No. You see where my life is, but I know I do go out, I do get footage, but once I come back with that footage, I can't let it stay on my camera because that's excitement. I gotta get it out there. I gotta put it together. At least it's on my computer, and then I can release it. And so that would be great if you want to do something like that. You see your grandmama, even though she say it gets on her nerves, but she still want to do it. One thing about your grandmother, she loves family people. Now, the video, she want me to hold the camera. She want me to edit. She want me to do that. So I've been doing a lot of the editing and holding the camera. But when she goes see the paranormal, I'm done. I'm through. I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I'm not gonna invest inside all these people. I'm just not gonna do it. She's talking about, well, we can go knock on people's doors and ask them we investigate. Girl, do you know what time of year it is? Do you know what's going on? You don't need to be in nobody's house. So, but if you want to do it, come on, let's do it. You know, y'all got them roosters in the backyard. You can always videotape you out in the morning with some chickens too. That's another thing that I'm getting. It's chicken. You all, not in the house. You mean with the paranormal? I'm not gonna do nothing like that. Mm-mm, I ain't gonna do that. Not in no. That ain't gonna happen. You know, Brenda said the other day, "What's that behind you?" See, she want to do scary stuff at night. What's that behind me? What they got to do? I'm like, see, that's why I can't. Mm-mm. I can't do it. Be right back. All righty. Tell us a ghost story. I don't tell no ghost story. Don't tell no ghost story. I might tell some story about my life, but a ghost story. You know what? You have to leave that for the big person. That's Brenda, the queen of ghost stories. I can't do the ghost story one. I don't know. You know what? I keep thinking about how my generation, where my mom generation in the country, they have the most weirdest way of thinking. Well, don't let nobody see. That's why I don't do stuff like that. It's just in my head. You know, you couldn't play cards. You couldn't even play Monopoly in the house because it was dice. And certain things you couldn't do. Sweep the broom sweeping and how folks come back, you know, and come get you and do all that stuff. And I'm thinking all this old stuff is in my head. So that's a lot of superstitions and all that stuff that was in my head. You guys, I'm telling you, let me tell you something. I came from a background with my auntie that helped rear me after my mom passed. They were sanctified and holy. You got to realize you come from a family that wore pants. Um, you come from a family like to dance. When I tell you that dancing and wearing pants, and it's certain things that they put into the category that wasn't nowhere in the word or whatever, and they quote the scriptures, and oh my God, that's a miserable life for a child. I don't even put religion on here because I feel like I am a non-denominational person. And I just remember a whole lot of stuff that went on in churches and ghost stuff and witchcraft. And they didn't even realize that they was almost doing something that was totally, totally different. Like one time, um, yeah, I went to church this one time, and her and her husband, they used to sing in a group all over, and they had other children. Oh my God. So this one particular time, I think it was either in Rayville or Delhi. It was one of them. And they had me to go to the front of the church because I wore pants and I would dance and listen to a little blues and little music. They had their own way of thinking. You hear me? That's why I tell you, I don't do the church thing because, mind you, they was in church 24 hours a day. Don't ask me about it now because I know it's a hot mess right about now. What's going on with them? So I get in there and they pointed me out. Mind you, I knew I wore pants. And then I had a boyfriend. Oh man, that was really terrible. You got a boyfriend? Then you wearing a dress? And they heard you listening to music? And you wasn't speaking in tongues? Oh my God, that was like a disaster. You wasn't doing none of anything. You wasn't obeying God. This and this and that. And I'm like, oh my God, Jesus. I was like, so me being young, and I'm like, so they got me to get up and read Matthew. That's what the prayer is. Our Father, which art in heaven now. And they kept telling me to redo it and redo it. And then they had nerve enough to get some oil. Y'all know that oil. A lot of people know that oil. They blessed their oil. Mind you, they didn't sprinkle it on me. It looked like they poured it on me. Read it again. Read it again. And it, mind you, there's all just going on me. Then they tell me to do a little bit faster. So when you go faster, you don't know what you're saying. Oh, she's speaking in tongues. She reading the Bible backwards. So then they pursue to say, shut all the windows. No, they said, open all the windows. The windows that are shut, open all the windows. Everybody get quiet. We got to cast this demon out of her. All because I had a boyfriend, didn't wear a dress, and listened to music. Yes, that's how come I don't believe in that. I'm telling you. All that church going stuff ain't me. It was backwards to me. It wasn't out of love. It was backwards to me. And then they took me, mind you, after they opened the window. After they opened the window, now me, who can you tell? You didn't have a mother, you didn't have a father. Oh my God. And they constantly pouring over. Then they proceeded to push me. If you get back up, they push you back down again. Yeah, but at that time it was like, oh my God. So once they pushed me down, I just stayed down. After they say I was reading the Bible backward. Mind you, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. And they say I wasn't speaking in tongues. Y'all, they went. Let me show you what they did to me. Hold on. Oh, okay. I'm going to show y'all what they did to me. After they did the oil and couldn't get me to speak in tongues and roll in the oil, that wasn't enough for them. That was not enough for them. And mind you, all my cousins, them sitting in church and other people sitting in church. This was a wooden church. I don't know who in the heck thought about it. They did this to me. Y'all, I'm not advertising for them. After the oil came all the salt. I like they were seasoning some chicken or something. So now, mind you, I had just got my hair straightened. All this oil, all this salt in me. I'm on the floor. They rolling me and oh my God. And my auntie and them was just sitting there and they was just praying. See, that's why I don't do all that stuff. I'm telling Brenda, I don't deal with stuff like that. I don't do that. I did enough of that going to church and oh, she got a boyfriend. She needs to get rid of him. Oh my God. When church was over. Y'all, they poured a lot of salt on me. That probably will wrong me now with all that salt they put on me back way back then. So, y'all, let me say, after church was over, we drive home, everybody in the car. And they said, yeah, now you got to get rid of your boyfriend. God, can't have a boyfriend. I ain't got no friends. Can't talk to nobody. And then you got to get rid of those pants. Start wearing dresses every day. And the dresses came down. I have two dresses because then nobody buy me no clothes. So that just really was that was messing me up even more because I know I ain't have no clothes. They didn't buy me none. So I had to keep wearing this one digit over and over again. And y'all, that really, you know what? I thought that was the way to go. I promise you. I used to think. And I end up getting grown and start going to Pentecostal churches. Still, I was going to Pentecostal church. Now, I wasn't no angel. I'm telling you that. But I was just going through things. And I'm like, well, let me go back to the roots. Maybe that might be the problem. Went to church, to another church after I got grown. Then they tell me I can't wear earrings. I can't cut my hair. I have to ask the pastor for permission to do such and such a thing. When I said, well, I'm going to wear earrings, they say, no, pastor don't like that. Pastor Pastor don't like that. See, you start realizing a whole lot of stuff as you get older. Pastor don't like that. That's why I can't know. See, this here problem in this world today ought to let people know about churches. Because hardly no churches open. So where is all your good coming from? It's coming from the Almighty. You ain't got to do all that flipping and jumping and giving all your money away and doing it. I just don't do all that other stuff no more. Me and Brenda had a discussion. I say, Brenda, I'm not doing that church thing. I'm just sorry. I'm just not. I'm just not. Now I'm not gonna do the church thing. I will come together as meetings and different stuff like that. But all that rolling and hollering and hooping and being hungry, trying to get out of church, you be so hungry and the study be going on. And you be like, God, church starts at such and such. And then I start going to church first and second and third Sunday and all that stuff. Y'all just don't know. All in your business. They be all in your business. I have went to church one time. I kid you not. This one, young and dumb, thinking I'm doing the right thing. And I end up going to church. You can get caught up in stuff when you're young. That's why I be saying, let your kids go through things in life. Don't let them be dumb at an older age. So some things they got to go through in life. So me being young, and I had a car, but I was allowed to go to the church. That's a whole nother story when I say allowed, okay? Y'all probably find out that sooner or later. Hello, look at here. So I go and was on my way to church. And then the pastor was a woman pastor. And she had a husband. But she was after money. But she didn't have a car. I had a car. And she was much older than me. She was old enough to be my mom. So I gets up there and she said, we have a meeting film. Can I use your car? I'm like, yep, young. See, now I just tell people like it is. I'm like, nah, you got to find another way. I just can't do that. You know, young and dumb. So she said, I said, well, I have to have a car back. Well, just lie. Lie? You're a pastor. Lie? Well, she got my car. It took all day to get my car back. I had to sit at her house until she brought my car back. I knew something was wrong then, but trying to get my soul right, thinking that everything is happening to me because I'm not going to church. Then went to church again. Her church. So once again, this one, mind you, I didn't have my auntie and them then to direct me to say anything because it already was in my mental Rolodex because this is the way it's supposed to be. See, they don't know they brainwash young people through church. They really do. They really do. I never enforce church on my children. And I'm so glad my grandkids and my kids. My kids used to go to church and Sunday school, but that's a myth. I promise you, to each his own, but I just don't believe in that. I'm being honest. I just don't. I just start doing my own. So she calls me up. You, come here. And see, Pentecostal church, they don't know your name, so what they do. You, come here. Or they may say, sister, come here. Here we go again. I get up there. Yeah, I see that you got pain going on in your body, and we got to get it out. Pain in my body. Yes, tell everybody about how you were feeling and how you were doing this and that. So I'm sitting up there like, yeah, I had pain. It's in your lower abdomen. I'm like, yeah, I mean, Yeah. Well, we're gonna cast it out. We're gonna cast it, and they got a problem with the church I went to was good on pushing you down on the floor. So you had to actually fall. So when they pushed you, even though you got your balance, you had to go back and fall. You had to go back and fall down because they're gonna keep doing it until you fall. They then don't let them do this. And then you have to fall correctly. Because if you fall incorrectly, you just might hurt yourself. So you just don't want to go. Now I have seen some people do that, but that wasn't hello, I am. So I just like, you know what? If I don't fall to this floor, they're gonna keep hitting me on my head. And then they just gonna push me. And then the people around you, good morning. The people around you had y'all know, let me tell you about the Pentecostal church. It's always a woman over here, a woman over there. So they don't know which way you're gonna fall. So especially if they start going with the music, so then that means it's gonna be like an Indian day. Oh yeah. It's going. So they got a sheet in their hand here and a sheet in their hand here because you're wearing a dress. So you better make sure that you had good stockings on too, because back then that wasn't stockings. That's when you didn't want to run in your stockings. And you make sure your leg wasn't ashy like mine is right now. If somebody push me down the floor, they're gonna really talk about me. So make sure your legs ain't ashy because they're gonna keep pushing you. So when you fall down, the only thing gonna be showing is your feet. Your feet, and then they're gonna cover you up. And then what they're gonna do after they cover you up, they do this to you. They yeah, you know I'm talking about. Yeah, so when you fall down, let me tell you, when you fall down, here they come again. Mind you, they had the drums. And the guitar. It was crazy, I promise you. So they say, oh, you can hear them in the background. And this me on the floor. I wonder when can I get up off this floor. The music hasn't quit playing, so I can't get up. So let me just lay here and just be like I'm doing something. I be sitting there, they leave you alone then, and they look over there and they grab another victim. They get another victim because all this is going. Now I do believe the spirit can get in you, but a lot of these churches wasn't like this. I promise you, it really wasn't. And I'm not talking about nobody's religion. Don't get me wrong. So what they do then, after they get another victim, they do them the same way. And then after they fall, see, they make that other victim go a little bit over, so then the sheet can cover them. And then the sheet can cover that one. And they knew who, man, I used to just fall on the floor just so they can leave me alone. And then I just got to the point, you know what? I'm finna go to a non-denominational church because I'm about tired of this. It's pushing you and pulling you and doing this and that. I've been through it, I promise you. Because I'm thinking, I got to go here. My mama is dead. I have nobody. See, I had no guidance at all. After 13 years old, flatline, nobody to help you with nothing. Nobody to help you with nothing. When I say nothing, I mean nothing. That's even every 28 days. Nothing. I'm telling you, I promise you. You were on your own. You had to figure this out on your own. That was the most horrible something that was really hard. But I'm going to tell you something about that whole ordeal. Somebody asked me a question because they found out my story, right? And they say, what was your dreams? I said, dreams? you mean dream? Did you ever dream about doing something different, having something better out of life? No, no dream. Only thing I had was to survive and eat. And, you know, it got to the point that you didn't even eat. You ate one meal a day. One. And if you ate 2 meals, that means you were stealing the cereal and milk. That's why I just tell people, man, oh man. Oh yeah, we did eat breakfast in the morning. We did eat in the morning. But it wasn't enough. It really, to the point that I'm like that right now. Yeah, I eat, but as for sit down eating and enjoying the meal, no. I enjoyed the meal with my mother, but as for sitting down enjoying a meal, Brenda's food is good, but I'm always in a rush. I'm always in a rush because it's always something else to do. After I got older, drive through. Sitting down eating, that was a no-no. That was, my mind was constantly running that, how am I get the next one? How am I get the next one? How am I get the next one? See, I see how people are addicted to stuff. How am I gonna get the next one? And surviving, oh my God, survival was hard for me growing up. Am I mad about it now? No, I have to keep on going. Yeah, that's another one, baptism. It was, I got baptized 3 times, y'all. 3, because the devil wasn't 3. So every time you go down the water and you know they say, well, you know what? And I started going to, I went to another church and they baptized you. That church had to baptize you. Oh, baptism. Y'all, what the heck did that come from? Because that's all they knew. Yeah, I believe they did. I'm like, they said, well, we baptized over the Mississippi River. I'm so glad I didn't get baptized there because they had sinkhole. I don't know if any of them black people could have swum. If they could, if I think that's why they do them in pools at the church, because they can't swim. From sun up to sun. Ooh, let me tell you something else. Sun up to sundown. I'm gonna tell anybody who listening to this. Yeah, they were very quiet. The Jehovah's Witness is very quiet. They don't. I like they. My sister is a Jehovah's Witness. Once again, I'm not bashing anybody's religion or nothing like that. But I know my religion. Maybe it ain't the same people. I what my sister, she is like that. But let me ask y'all this. Y'all ever went to church like you say, uh I am sun up to sundown? I don't know why them folk made us stay in church that long. I mean, it get, who wants to hear a speech all day long? And then you gotta get up, and then you gotta say this, and then you gotta say that. And then with my church you stood up on, you had to jump and you had to run. You had to jump, you had to run. If you had to tell your testimony, yes, look, wow, and you know you had to fake it. You had to fake it. You really did. Wow, yes, wow. But then when it came down to eating, mind you, they kept you in church all this time. All this time. All this time we why in the heck? You'd have been in church for hours. Then they get around the food. Let us pray. Okay. Why you got to pray for what you did in church? Why they preaching over the food? Food getting cold. And Lord, look at Miss. We just thank you. We just thank you for the food that we just received. Oh Lord, we just thank you. And Lord, what we talked about today, we want to say thank you. And Lord, Miss Susan down the street, just don't forget about her that she needs some food too. And Lord, don't forget about the sick and shedding. Whoa, glory. I'm sitting there like, would y'all hurry up? God is good, God is gracious. Thank you for the food. Why you got to preach all day over the food? You done did your sermon. Why the hell you still preaching over the food? We hungry. We've been church from 8 o'clock in the morning. Because you don't let it be a second Sunday. So that means you got Sunday school and church. And after church, you got the motherboard meeting and the y'all. Just give them the food. We done sat in listen to your bull all day long. Let us eat. We got to eat. And then on top of that, well, where I'm from, the women got to fix the husband's plate first. It just made church. I just got to the point. I just didn't even like church. That's why I don't force church on my kids. I just don't do it. Yeah. Ooh. Yep. After church. Then you got to wait on them to come to the house. Yep. I remember that. No for me. It's no for me too. Banning in life. Banning in our life. Thank you because I tell her I be like looking at I still look at you. I be so nosy, I be wanting to know how your journey is. Oh, that's another thing. Tell them what church you come from. Oh Lord Jesus, then they put you on the spot. Oh my God, I'll be like, Jesus. Up and down like you can came for exercise. You didn't came for exercise. Oh my God. And at our house I was raised at, you listen to gospel music. I remember American Bandstand came on. I'll never forget that. My uncle walked in the room with me and my cousin and them, and we was listening to American Bandstand. Y'all remember that? And it was on that channel. Turn that channel. They're going to hell. I'm like, they're just dancing. I'm like, well, I can't even remember watching TV at my uncle's and them house because they didn't allow it. It was the devil. Ask me how you doing right now. Got caught cheating. Separated. While we were sitting there waiting on him to come to work, he was at somebody else's house. See, you can't. I'm like, see, we put too much emphasis and too much trust inside of a human being. And I'm like, wait, but you was over here playing the drums, you was going to church 24 hours a day, you was going this and going that. You had enough time to get your woman on the side. And it's more to the story besides that, but I just don't put my trust in churches. They're human just like us. We're bound to change our mind. Am I perfect? Hell no. But you gotta realize man ain't perfect either. I don't know why everybody get him that. Yep, paying your tithes. Oh, they didn't have paying tithes. They wanted your money. No. Let me tell you this, y'all. Check this out. I was getting much wiser, but still was dumb. So this one pastor, I think I told this on one of the other things once before. This one pastor Wait, what was he? A prophet. So when I'm in this church that supposed to be non-denominational, but it switched hands too. For some reason, went over to the left field, right field. It just went over. I'm there, and Tallulah, Louisiana. Folks talking about the prophet coming in town. They're going to be there at that church. And mind you, I'm trying to, find myself in life because I had no instructions. This prophet comes in, music, it was much softer. It was much softer. So every time he come through the door, it's like nobody could touch him. It's like they had security all around him. He could not be touched. He had on this robe that could not be touched. When he get behind the pulpit, he want to preach the word. Then he would get a line. I promise you, this man would get a line. We were lost. He would get a line. He had a $5 line, a $20 line, a $100 line, and up. The $100 line got the good privilege. That was so dumb when I think about that. And to this day, they still do churches like that right now with tithing and sending money. The one that had the $100 line, they got the long prayer. So hear me think about, wow, I ain't got but a couple of dollars. I ain't got that much money, so I guess I can't get that kind of prayer. Dumb. My grandson, he's so smart. My grandson, Tay, he's so smart. I'm like, what the? How come I didn't have that wisdom like he got? And these other kids got, because they wasn't going to church and they wasn't being brainwashed. So the $5 line, when they got to you, or you had, and then they got to a line if you ain't had nothing but a little bit of money. And your prayer was over. You go sit down. You had to go sit down. That was using a person. That was looking for money. That had nothing to do with what was going on in life. Your greater creator. It's not about money. But a lot of pastors is about money. I ain't telling you about you. I'm telling you about me. I'm not saying who you go to, that's on you. I know what they did to me. So I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm telling you where I feel about it. And then when I tell Brenda about it, she said, Phyllis, no, I ain't heard nothing. What? Cousin Ezra? See? See? And yeah, the Baptist churches I started going to, because I needed a church home. See, you had to have a church home because the kids had to go to Sunday school and church. I ain't never seen so many funds in my life. You got the building fund. You got the Pope fund. You got the mother's board. You got the usher board. You got to put money in all this stuff now. And then you got them that 3-time offering. Second, third, and Sunday. You already know. And it was like exercise, up and down, up and down, up and down. Some people couldn't even sing. And I'm like, but I gotta keep my children and let them know the Lord. I need to let them know the Lord. Because we were weird. What was that? No. They brainwashed us. Now, what are they doing now? So, by all this stuff being shut down, you don't think your Almighty is still taking care of you? You think the church building was the one, the people? They can't do nothing for you. The people in trouble. So they can't do nothing for you, but you're still here. You're greater. The greater one, the creator who created you, is not going to let you fall. Man has nothing to do with that. Nothing. Once a year. Sometimes they don't, man. Nope. Yep. He's not pleased with them. Because I'm still figuring out, ain't no church going on, but that should let people know a whole lot of things going through this situation that we're going through right now. Did they save you? You better not ask them for nothing because they ain't got nothing to give you. If anything, they trying to get some more from you. So I remember when I first came back and I was saying a few things to Brenda. I'm like, Brenda, I said, you know what? You do you go to this, you do that. This. But I believe my creator who created me loves me and is going to help me along the way. He loves me. He got me. He, she, now that's what I call a great spirit. I don't know, a lot of times you might hear me say he, you might hear me say she. All I know it is a spirit that somebody created me. When I woke up this morning, my lungs were pumping. It wasn't pumping because the church made it pump. They ain't nailed. I am not Pinocchio, okay? They didn't build me. They did not build me. The creator built me. But by me not going to church, you think all my fingers gonna quit moving? You think my eyes gonna keep seeing? You think my ears are not gonna hear? Because of I didn't go to church, but I used to think that way. I ain't dumb like that no more. I'm totally not. I'm gonna tell you, I look at things like this. If something should happen and break down on me, or something should happen, like, I'm not looking at, well, I did something wrong. No, my creator, show me what I need to do from here. You had me over here for a purpose, and over there, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the answer, and the answer is right there. What do I need to do to change direction? What do I need to do to sit still, to give me peace while I sit and wait on this to be done or that to be done? You ain't got to just go there and sit there and read, on John 7, 2 point, whatever. You go look that up. When I'm going through, let me tell you something. When I'm going through something, I don't need you to be quoting scriptures to me. That's irrelevant. I don't need that. I don't want you quoting those scriptures to me. Well, you're going over to Matthew 2:7. Okay. And you read that over and over and over again. That's old school too. That's old school. And don't get me wrong. Verses to a certain extent help. But when John, Peter, and Paul had that problem, put it this way. When I got a problem, you want to send me the scripture to John, Peter, and Paul. Yeah, but what did they do? I'm going through something right now. I ain't got time to figure out what John, Peter, and Paul did. I need to figure out what to do with me. What can I do to get through this? And sometimes the simplest thing when you're going through stuff in life, sit still. You have to be still. I promise you. Ain't nobody got to tell you nothing. Just sit still. The answers are going to start coming to you. They're going to start coming to you. Banning on life, in and out. She is a number one key that can tell you. I've been following her journey for a while. It ain't that when things happen to her, I notice she found a way to fix it. She found a way to do it. It ain't her going to church and sitting there and she look like she's the type of person that say, I got to get this done over here and this need done, and it gets done. It ain't no church that's doing this. Go follow her. I'm telling you, I'm like, she go from place to place. She's living in a van. She wants to live in a van. And she gets through it. When it's time for her to come in, it's a door open for her to come in. It ain't got nothing to do with church. Ain't got nothing to do with that. Ain't got nothing to do with the pastor. Ain't got nothing to do with paying your tithes. Really? Y'all, I'm telling you, when it comes down to church, it almost turns me to a different end because they're using people. That can send you, the verses and stuff can send you somewhere else to some phone numbers to somebody's call. It do. It sends you to somebody's call. Oh, my life now. Too many messy people. You better not tell your pastor you got a problem. They're going to bring it up in the sermon. They're going to bring it up in the sermon. I didn't see them. They be talking about, folk be saying, yeah, pastor wasn't talking about me, but he was talking about you because you told him the story. So yes, he was talking about you. And then the pastor going to tell the wife. And then the wife's going to tell the rest of the people in church. And then you're going to look kind of stupid for telling the pastor. And then after church, all of them sitting around talking about, girl, did you hear about this? Like it's the young and the restless. A lot of churches is the young and restless. I ain't talking about y'all churches. I'm talking about the churches I went to. I ain't pointing no fingers at nobody. But if the shoe fit, wear it. And then you know what I've learned? This is really sad to say, and it took me a long time to learn this. And it's so stupid for me to say this, but I'm going to say it. I have seen pastors die. And I'm like, for real, I just didn't understand why the pastors died. Some of them were young, some of them was old. I'm like, but they're the pastor. But they were not creator. We are born to die. So while you're here, you better do something with yourself. You better do something with yourself. I promise you, because ain't no church or a person can tell you what to do and what to say. It's what you want to do and what you need to do for yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me tell you something. I thank the creator for each and every last one of you all. I really do. I love to hear all y'all different opinion about stuff. I love to see this. I love this. This ain't no church, but I get more joy off this than I did church. And then when church over, you can't even remember nothing. But when this is over with, I always sit down and think about some of the stuff y'all been saying. And my life now, TV, believe my life now, you don't know. I look at your videos. I look at extravagant. I look at all this. I'm like, oh my God, this is so awesome. It feeds my soul. When I look at y'all video, it feeds my soul. It helps me so much. And y'all ain't even getting no money from me or nothing, but I'm getting something out of y'all. Really? This is better than church. Whoever came up with the internet saved. And let me tell you something. This is a blessing because what's going on, we can't go outside, but we can see everybody. We talk with everybody. We have conversation with a lot of people. The internet really have helped a whole lot. But a lot of people say, oh, that's helped the devil. No, you call it the devil. It ain't the devil me. It helped me. I ain't gonna lie. It helped me. I meet new people and love new people, and it is what it is. Oh, I had that bad. I ain't gonna lie, cousin Andrew. I had that bad. One lady. Now y'all know I can sing. Y'all know I be singing I found a few. Shoot, my voice be hitting a note. I can sing. We got a person at church, the church that my kids were going to, family going to. She be the main one trying to cut that note. And people just but then everybody say, well, Phyllis, you know, you can't talk about a singing because you didn't get up and do it. Well, maybe there's a point, but I know I can't sing. I'm not going to get up there and do that. I'm not going to get up, but I think I probably could have cut a note back in that. It was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And y'all, let me tell you something. And we used to wear slips. I know some of you guys remember that. When you wore a dress, you had to wear slips. What is a slip now? Because don't nobody wear no slips no more. We used to wear slips and stockings and shoes. You had to wear your dress, your stocking, your shoes, And sometimes you had to wear something to hold your stomach in if you didn't have kids. So by the time you got to church and then you really tired and the shoes on tight, you can't wait to sit down to slip off them shoes up under the pew. You be like sitting there like, oh God. And then, oh my God, when they get up for taking circumvent, the circumvent, oh my God. That means you gotta get up. Bet not have no kids, because then you have to pick the child up. You have to go walk around in a circle, come over there to the circumvent, drink that little bit of juice, and you starving to death. That little juice be tasting good because you be so hungry because you sat in there all day long and can't remember the service. And then you get a little bitty piece of cracker, and you take that. And then they tell the kid, no, you can't have none. You ain't been baptized. The kid wants some too because they sitting there hungry. But they ain't been baptized, so they can't get there. They made their rules of their own. They made rules of their own, I promise you. One lady gonna tell me the other day, extravagant in here. Yeah, she is doing her thing. I'm calling for a manufactured home, one to come over there and look at manufactured home because, you know, I'm in process of trying to get one. Somehow, it's been like 2 months ago or a little less than 2 months ago. She was talking about the election. I'm like, yeah. She said, yeah, I wouldn't vote for this person because they tore a page out the Bible. Really? For real? So and then before I knew it, I'm like, ma'am, you need to stop thinking about a church or a pastor that's going to send you to heaven or hell, or a person that told a scripture out of the Bible and burned it. What that got to do with anything? And I told Brenda about it. Brenda said, well, I don't say too much. I don't say too much. Back then, we could smoke in jail when I went to jail. And the only thing we had was a Bible. So I would get my tobacco, tear that page out, put that tobacco and smoke. She's smoking away. What about the Bibles that get burned up in houses? So, and what? And what? Well, I thank you for coming in here. What is that? Mercy plus 6? Yeah. If I've been pronounced your name, I'm so sorry. Go and subscribe to the channel. It's usually 2 of us, me and Brenda. Brenda's not here right now. We do Family Feud at 4 o'clock, mostly every day. She is a cooking channel. It should be in the description or in the about page. Go on there on the about page. But y'all, you can't get me in no church. If I go to church, yeah, I gotta go to a funeral. But now I'm glad they have the funerals outside. So we don't think God loves us because we're not inside of a church. For all of this stuff that's happening around the world, it's happening for a reason. Our greater one loves us. Our creator loves us. And we ain't going to church. We ain't going to church. I ain't wearing them stockings that I have to get. Y'all, do y'all remember wearing stockings and when they had a run in and you had to go get some clear fingernail polish and put on there? You hold that stocking up and you be trying to stop that run from running. And then I don't forget that I had to always go to stores and get stockings. When you take them things off after you get out, see, church wasn't supposed to be like that. Church was miserable just wearing the doggone damn clothes. Being in the clothes itself was making me mad. And then the church I went to, that man, you really had to cover yourself up, man. You be covered from here to here. It was kind of hard to wear short sleeve dresses. Short sleeve dresses. No, you need a long sleeve because the pastor don't want that to be showing and this and that. And then, I guess and then jumping up and down. Oh my God. Y'all, I did my share of running. Pentecostal church have you running. And I was running like Forrest Gump. And I was running. Run. And they just point at you. Run. Y'all, I tell you, it is. And then they want to give you a little bit of oil or whatever. Take this oil and anoint your head. You take that oil and you just put a cross right there. And you're going to be all right. And you're going to be. I think they forgot the words for real. So they just put. So you're like, okay, taking this oil, I'm putting it right there. You go to bed at night, you got to put it right there. And then who came up with the idea of being on your knees to pray? Who came up with that? So you can't lay down and pray. No. You got to be on your knees and pray. Really? So you don't think our Creator going to recognize a prayer if we pray and talk to Him on our stomach, on our back? So we have to be on our knees. And then who came up with the prayer that you had to pray all day? He only heard certain prayers. He didn't hear everybody's prayer. The Creator did not hear everybody's prayer. You had to go through somebody else to pray for you. And then when they pray for you, then you can pray for self. Should have been able to pray for yourself in the beginning. Because that's all you're doing now is praying for yourself right now. Where they at now? Where they at now? Where they at now? Ah. You better know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can eat your own crack. You don't know what their intents are. You don't know. That's why you gotta pray for yourself. And you don't know what their hands in there. You really don't. You really don't. And let me tell you something. You know, I look at a lot of Shula King. I don't know if anybody's familiar with his stuff, but Shula King. And it just further let me know he's telling the truth about a lot of stuff. These folks who be fixing their food in the kitchen and at their house, you don't know what the heck and what and been stirred up in there and what as this and that. You see cats in the kitchen, coons in the kitchen. You see dogs eating out the bowl and they still stirring food up in it. Man, it's just crazy. And I'm like, y'all don't even know where y'all food is coming from, you know. You didn't know, but you were hungry at that time. You be hungry. You be hungry. And that's even the same thing for the restaurants that we go to, because the way it is with the younger generation, the nasty it seems like it's getting because a lot of folks don't wash their hands. That's it, the middleman. I don't believe in the middleman. I don't even like the middleman when I bought my car, but I know I had to have the middleman. I really don't like the middleman. The middleman. Oh, I got to call somebody to pray for me, and I got to call somebody to do this and that. I'm gonna tell you, Universal Christ Temple in Chicago, Illinois. Now I call them, but they're a prayer, but they're more on talking to you how you can do this for yourself. Now that's what I really liked about them. How you can do this for yourself. That the creator loves you. It's not like they got to go ahead and throw salt and oil on you. It's not like that. It's totally different from that. Yep. And now that it is what it is with me, I can't hardly eat nothing no more. So I don't know what they putting in there. And then, I'm gonna be honest, I can't hardly eat what I used to eat because of the sodium content. So now I'm like, well, I really can't eat out nowhere hardly. Okay, y'all keep talking yourself. Be right back. All righty. Danielle. Hello. Yeah, can I get an amen? Man, I don't know if you came from the deacons, Danielle, the deacons, the mother. So when it's time to get your sacrament, all the deacons got to line up, and the deacons. I think the mothers get theirs first, or the pastor. Well, then get theirs pastor, and then you wait for them to get through, and the pastors all got to wash their hands and dry their hands on the towel and all. I don't know who started that. Which I don't know who started that, but that was. I'm like, well, I guess I ain't gonna get my cracker until everybody get there served first. That one little cracker, and they whine. Mm-mm. Y'all, I tell you, church was a journey for me. Church was a journey for me. My kid's daddy said, we brought our kids up in church. They don't even go to church. I said, they don't need to. It says to assemble yourself with others. I said, I'm assembling myself with y'all. Well, two or more gathered together. It should be. All right. All right. I'm going to tell you something. Something that he said to me that really stuck with me. That came from the Word of God. Came from the Bible. I think it came from the Creator who created me. That made a lot of sense. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing, and they go everywhere with you. So that lets you know a whole lot. If these hands go with you, so they had kind of little stories in there so you can understand it. Don't let your right hand know what your left. I'm like, how you not let you know? You keep your people. I don't care who they is. You only tell so much. So much you just gonna have to die with. You don't let everybody know everything that's going on with you. It just ain't gonna happen. You let them know so much about you, and that's it. Don't let nobody. Don't let no. I had a friend say, Phyllis, you that's your doggone problem. You too secret. I said, I really need to put that on my car for real. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. That would be a nice saying. I should have named my YouTube channel that. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. That would be a pretty good name, wouldn't it? Because everybody you tell your stuff to ain't really for you. But you for you. So I figured, tell you. Tell you. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if I ever told you guys this story. I don't know which comedian it was. It was a man on the show. Um, what was it? What was it? Jane Leno? No, it wasn't no. It was one of them. Somebody called him and told him if he do not, now mind you, he had to get on stage. He was just coming out, so he could do. It was like Johnny Carson show at night. So he was on his way out, and somebody called him on the phone and said, if you don't give me money, I will tell about the affair that you having with so and so. So you need to start paying me the installments and I will, whatever. You know what he did? He went out there on stage and he announced it to the world that he had an affair on his wife. Now, what did that man have on him? Something you beat people to the punch, but you don't tell. See, that means if you didn't let somebody else know, your business gonna get out there. But if they don't know, you just need to be quiet and don't say a word. But once he get out there, if he get out there, beat him to the punch. Somebody like him, that man didn't have nothing. What could he do? Even though his marriage ended, but if somebody got that, I can't. You know what? I get paranoid with the light bill, water bill, and my car note. And then I'm gonna get paranoid with you got something over my head, and every month I gotta go pay a bill and I got to worry about you. Once I done paid you off, when is enough gonna be enough? So you gotta be careful. The word, that word say, don't let your right hand know what your left hand do. Take heed of that. That's a truth, something right there. There's a lot of things in that Bible that's really helpful. There's a lot of things that's really, really helpful. So I'm really thankful for that. I'm really thankful to be able to come on here. Yep. Ain't my business. And you know what? Let me ask you I got two kids. Part of me try to stay in their business. And the reason I stay in their business because I be wanting them to make the right decisions on stuff, and they get stressed. Sometimes they're your kids, so you know that you're gonna they're gonna stay on your mind. But how y'all, I be asking people, how y'all stand in other folk business? That is a hard something to deal with. So every morning you wake up and say, you know what, so and so was laughing at so and so and so and so. Y'all see me. And I was self-conscious at one time. I really believe I'm gorgeous, though. I really believe I'm pretty. But at one time, I got to thinking, Phil, do you see all that fat on you and you finna go on? Why would you do something like that? You big, you out of shape, you're 50-something years old, you don't have that body. Now I just wave. I mean, it's too much business. It's too much stuff. It's too much stuff to go on in me to be worried about you for what you think about me. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's you and your business. That's you and your business. We just learn to do your own business. Just do your own business. You be fine. Just stay in your own business. You'll be fine. And people don't know this. But I'm gonna tell you something. Like people that break up, like it's people break up and all. That was their journey to go down that road. That had nothing. Girl, did you hear about so and so ain't together no more? Well, do you ever thought about it's a part of their journey? You ever thought about what goes on behind closed doors you don't know? You ever thought about it ain't none of your business? It ain't none of your business. Oh God. Yep. Yep. Look at that. Look at that. Look, y'all. I'm getting off the subject because ain't no telling what I'm gonna talk about. I don't know how I got a subject about church. Y'all, I told Brenda, I said, Brenda, I think we could go to Jackson, Mississippi and get that laser to keep our hair from growing on our arm. Let's treat each other to a laser surgery so to keep the hair. She said, Phil, you know that stuff called cancer. That laser ain't good to have. And Brenda say, it could be a bush and I could plat it. I don't even care. I ain't finna go get no laser. I'm like, what? That's over with, Brenda. I won't get no laser. That's over with. Okay. Get a razor and keep going. She said it could be a bush and she could comb it. And I said, okay then. What about a wax? She said, ain't nobody snatching nothing off me because I'm being yeah. I'm like, yeah, but if we get the wax, we get the. She said, oh, you ain't been doing that to me. Let's go to the spa and get a wax. No pain to happen there. Plus, we can't get spa thing no way. But the silly things, sometimes Brenda be coming up with some stuff, man. What? I have a headlock. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Brenda like, I've been took somebody and slung them. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. She ain't even called this morning. But she's like 5 minutes away from here. So that's a good thing. Yeah, I'm being honest. Would be uh my y'all answer this question, and I just want to know it. And I'm not saying everybody don't do it. Your hair, your hair up under your arm. Why women shave up on their arm? Because I shave up on my arm. Everybody don't. But why don't men do it? Because I cannot get my son to do. My son really, I do not like to see a person raise their arm up and all that deodorant just sitting. And my son just got hair about that long. I'm like, why don't you shave up under your arms? Now that's my son. I can talk about him. I probably can't talk about nobody else, but I can talk about my son. Now my daughter is very, but why don't a lot of men shave up on there? It ain't none of my business, but I just want to know. And then they have nerve enough to have a tank top on and all his hair and all that. See, that's like Brenda. But me, I got to shave. Like now, I just looked up under mine a minute ago. I got to shave. I got to shave up under my arm because the deodorant quit working for me. If I don't shave up on my arm, I'll be like, oh, we am musty. Shoot, musty. I got to get this hair from under my arm. No matter how much I put deodorant on, it don't help until all that hair is gone. That is what it is. Yeah, but that's just, I know, but it's so, I can't even say nothing about that because I just sit there and my son got it bad, his friends got it bad, and just one day I'm going to them and say, why don't y'all just shave up on your arms? It's not making you feminine. It just made you not look at all that hair and deodorant stuck in there, and because when you rub that deodorant over top of your arm, all that white stuff is still up under there, and it's hard. Yeah, it is. I guess it would be, but you know what? It's not the idea. Would I shave up under my arms? Yeah. Number one, I get musty. That hair hold all that must, and I have to cut from under. Now, would I love to get away from deodorant? Yeah. Would I love the hair to stand on my arm? No. It's a man thing, I guess. I guess you just deal it with man. A man can do it, but I'm gonna go back and talk to my son and see what was. I guess it must be a man thing. Now, one thing I did not, I'm going to tell you something. I do not, I used to do this when I went to church and people would tell you to do it, to shave your legs. I used to shave my legs. I don't even care now. I'm not going to shave my legs. I shave my hair. That's a problem to a lot of people. I shave up under my arms. I shave other areas. I ain't finna shave no legs. That's just too much. I might as well just dip myself in hair removal. I got hair all on my arm. Some people shave their arm all the way down. I ain't finna do all that. And the reason I shave my head because I don't be wanting to be bothered with hair. And this hair got to go. Hopefully next week I can shave this off. Soon. Soon and very soon. We are going to see the King. Soon and very soon. Y'all know that song? We are going to see the King. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I know. What you doing looking at them? What are you doing looking at them? Yo, why you looking at my leg? No, y'all don't believe this. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Some things you're supposed to die with, but this is something I ain't gonna die with. And this is what really set me back from the church too. I have to, because you will be able to pull that hair from all under my arms. I promise God. I went to one church, and I think I was sitting on my second row. So when the time of circumcision, I went around at my circumcision, and then you have to hug the pastors. That is the dumbest stuff. That is something they need to really quit. I promise you, they need to quit that, especially with younger women in there. You have to hug the pastor, then you have to hug the other person. You got about 3 people you have to hug when you go around to the table, and the men shake the hand. That is just really wrong. I get to the pastor to hug. He whispers something in my ear after church. After I sat down, I was so hurt. I never looked at that man the same again. Better yet, I ain't seen that man since. Yeah, I have seen him since, but after church. And I was in my 20s, and I'm like, and you hear, oh, Pastor Shaw preach. He shall preach. Yeah, after he finished preaching, he was in my ear trying to meet up. I kid y'all not. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. It just had disrespect. I'm like, a pastor? That's it. To serve the creator, not your legs. My dog, I had 2 sets of hair clippers. Oh, really? What for you? What for your dog? Yep. Just nasty. Yep. Psycho. That's what come I say, you know what? See, they don't want me. They don't want me to get up at church. I mean, I would love if church ever opened and I go back to the church. I'm gonna say, why y'all got to have little girls going around the table, and then when they get to you, they gotta hug you. And y'all remember this question on Family Feud. What do they call their husband? Big Daddy. I do not like that name. Big Daddy. I do not like that name. And kids calling their boyfriend daddy. I do not play that. Hey, Big Daddy. Mm-mm. I don't like that. I'm just like, I don't like. It's certain things I done been through in my life, man. I just don't like certain things in my life. Yeah. Awesome. Ooh, go give them a kiss. They don't know. Ooh, nope. My mama didn't even play that lap stuff. You weren't gonna sit on your uncle's lap. Go give them a kiss. That's the word. They so stupid. They were so. Don't play that with me. Don't play that with me. Yes. Then they want to say something. Go over there and get, and then say, "Oh, you know what? Pastor love her. Pastor love for her to be over there." They got other little kids to play with. I don't even play that with my granddaughter. I do not play that with my granddaughter. I was very still protected over her. Now, once she get 18, I can't do nothing about that. But as she's a child, you're not going to ruin her life. Not if I got something to do with it. Spend a night stuff, that ain't working. Just because they go to church don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. A lot of people think with the other part of their anatomy. You better tore that child up because, you know. No sleepovers. Now, here, I'm going to tell you something. With me and Brenda, it's been almost 20 years. I think it's about 20 years. We always kept those kids. Now, if they're going to spend a night somewhere, they're here. They're here. They're going to spend a night. My granddaughter going to spend the night. She here. When she goes to the country, I usually try to spend the night, or she's on that tractor. She's with her granddaddy. Her granddaddy won't even, her granddaddy don't play that. He don't even like her to go visit. If she go visit her auntie down the road, he will drop her off at the auntie house. But if anybody strange come, he said, nah, He's very protective because he knows things can happen. People think with the wrong part of their anatomy. They do. And the way my granddaughter is now, she's 13 years old. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. See, I couldn't take her to church because, number one, the churches that in the South, you got to go around that table. No, she ain't finna go around that table. No, she's not finna go around that table. See, one thing about it, you ain't gonna look at me. I ain't got old, but them young ones, them old men, and I'm not saying all of them, I'm talking about the ones I'm from. They took the wrong part of their anatomy. Wrong. Now it's the boys too. You can't even trust them around your little boys. Yep. You can't trust that all of that in your house. You can't. Mm-mm. Nope, they don't watch them like they used to. But see, when with mine, like when I was in Alabama, if you guys look at them videos of my grandkids they go outside and play, but after a while, I'm calling them. I need to go. Well, I send another one. Hey, go check on your brother. Go see where he at. Go this and that. I can't see you. Where you at, boy? I need to see him. I got to see him. It was one young man gonna say, "Can your grandson come out and play?" He was like 15, 16. My grandson like 7. And he talking about he like, how I go seek with the kid. Nah, we cool, bro. Nope, we cool. That ain't happening. Next. And then he was really pursuing it because he was like, we have cameras. He will be watched very well. Mm-mm. Ha! That's right. You know, when that grown boy said that, I had my 2 grandkids then. They came to see me in Alabama. I took them, I sat down, I talked to him, and I told him what he was trying to do. After that, my grandson will run out. He outside. That boy outside. He ain't finna touch me. He ain't finna do nothing to me. I said, well, just stay in the house or I'll come out there with you. Don't shoot, I ain't going back out there until he leave. I ain't gonna. They did not. Oh, they came in twos, and then after the twos, the other brothers came down to visit. So that means they was really protected. The bigger ones came down. Like, yeah, y'all, I need all y'all here. If you touch one of mine, you about to go down. Because I ended up with my big nephews and stuff, and I was like, hey, I gotta go to work, and I need somebody to watch them while I go to work. And no problem. And they would always go out there, if they weren't playing football or something like that, they would always, hey, let's go check on this one. Let's go check on that one. But you didn't really have to say too much to D after I told him. Shoot, that dude wasn't finna rise up on D. It just wasn't gonna happen. D fast anyway. My grandson D, and he was gonna tell me everything. So, and guess what? I wasn't the one. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You guys think it's a joke. I ain't the one. I don't know. You will click when it comes down to your children. You will click. Because you don't have nothing to lose. You didn't somebody messed up your child's life. I click. Oh no. Kids are innocent. Don't mess up their life because yours messed up. Not today. Yeah, cousin Angela. Not today. No, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. And D was the type of person. You won't mess with mom. I seen him and I ran. I'm like, yeah, you run. And this dude was big and tall. Big and tall. And I can tell you some stories that went on there with a lot of kids. Man, their family was hurt. They knew which one. That's why you tell your kids stuff ahead of time. Because one day I will love to tell a story about that, but I don't want to put that out there on there because I've seen some parents crying behind. They didn't know. I wouldn't believe they would do that to little Jimmy. Okay. Yep. You will click. When it come down to your kids, you will click. You will click. Now, when my kids are wrong with certain things, I can see. But when you're doing something to them, mm-mm, mm-mm. Cause my boys kind of stay to themselves. The only thing I got a problem with, I got two granddaughters. You guys haven't seen the other granddaughter because she lives way out of town. I never hardly ever see her. But my other granddaughter, because this weekend I was supposed to go get her, I didn't feel like babysitting. I didn't feel like it. When she go outside, I gotta go outside. When she do this, I gotta do. She want to go somewhere, I gotta go. I gotta go. Somebody always gotta watch her because she's a girl. Even though you gotta watch your boys too, but you gotta always watch her. Yep. But nowadays, when it comes down to telling your kids stuff, don't sugarcoat nothing because they smarter than what you think they are. Then I just sat there and then I told them, I said, look, let me tell you, this is what's gonna happen to you. I drew a picture for them. If you do this, and those brothers looked out for each other. Come on, D, let's go. Come on, we're finna go. Well, he can stay outside. No, he can't. They used to always have an argument with that boy about my grandson. No, he can't. D, would you like to stay? No, he don't want to stay. No, he don't want to stay. Yeah, and you know he's small at that time. He really didn't understand it. I mean, I can play. No, you can't. Too much of these kids been going on around here. Nope, I'd watch it. Nope, nope. My mama, you know what? I understand now why my mama told us to stay in that house until she got back. I understand now. And you did not open that door for nobody until she got home. She was protecting us, but we didn't know it at that time. Don't you open this door for nobody. I mean, at first I thought that she didn't want nobody in her house, but it started making it clear as I got older, and I said, now I understand. Don't let them take you anywhere, anywhere. You know, I mean, you know what I'm really thankful for, and I always give gratitude and thankful. My grandkids used to live in Tallulah, Louisiana, and they were always in the house. And if they went outside, it was in a bad neighborhood. And I remember when that trailer got put down there, those kids now, even though they do some crazy things, I thank God my grandkids do some crazy things out there in the country. They might take a motor apart that the motor was some good. They got to take away everything. They got to go find screws, wrenches, tires. They just tear up stuff sometimes. But you know what? That's a whole lot better because guess what? They in the country. And I was telling my kid's dad, he was talking about how all Tay think about is going to the field, doing this, but he don't want to work on the tractors and fix this and fix that. I told him, I said, you know what? Go to the jailhouse and visit the jailhouse and see how many mothers would say, I wish my son would just drive a tractor. I mean, I know that ain't all the life. He's going to school, but my grandson don't want to get off the tractor. I had to sit there and analyze this stuff and sit there and analyze. I say, you know what? It can always be worse. So a lot of times I'm glad that my kids are in the country and they're not really, and things can happen in the country, but I'm glad that I don't have to worry about D. I don't have to worry about Quincy. Only thing we worry about, Lord D, do he got boots up his leg because them snakes are outside for the summer? Because D don't be look D. He's a very wise young boy, but those snakes can be in grass, and you know you can miss. Because my son did it the last month. It was a snake right down there by his feet, and it was it a moccasin? And somebody said, "Man, don't move! It's a snake right there." But he couldn't see because the grass was still green. So it's best, you know, it's winter time and you can see the snakes right about now. But we don't, you know. If he ain't got no key, yep. If he ain't got no key, he don't need to be in this house. And my mama, she didn't play that. She did not play that because she had two girls and two boys. And now, the more I get older, I really understand how she protected us. She protected us. And somebody asked me, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though I went through that tragic after 13, I never had a tragic like that. How we slipped through that, I don't know. Tragic and did nobody even care for us? That never happened to us. I don't, it's amazing. I'm thankful. And they say, have you ever had that happen to y'all before? No, not to me. My sisters say not to her. My brothers say not to them. That was something that was a plus compared to all the other things we were going through. Thank God we didn't have to go through that because we really would have been mentally institutionalized. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I only have two pictures of my mom, two of them. And her name was Maddie. Maddie Lee. I'm like, Maddie Lee. Maddie Lee. Y'all know them people in the countries who name them kids them names. And I think I really love those original names like that. Those names like that. Phyllis, Diane, Susan, Patricia, all those different names. It was a friend of mine, granddaughter, named her daughter. Mind you, this young girl is, how old is she? 19? She had a baby at 17, 16 or 17. And her mom came up with some names, because she was pregnant early. Her daughter stuck to this name. She said, I'm not naming my baby, but what I want to name her. She named her daughter Naomi. She said, I want a common name for my baby, Naomi. And the more you say it, the prettier it is, Naomi. And I know a lot of people be worried about the names come from them names. And you can find a lot of, sometimes, say, Moesha and Kwanda. And don't get me wrong, I named my daughter Letitia. And I just like, Letitia Mache, because I was going along with the thing. Now, if I had another baby and my grandchild or somebody asked me a great grandchild, I name it Patricia, Ruby, Leona. I'm being honest. I don't know. I was just saying, I heard somebody say they named their child Jesse, and I thought Jesse was Tracy. Luna May. Yeah, Luna May. Eda May, Luna May, Eda May. Yeah, I would name my child that. Alberta. I think Alberta is a pretty name. You know who name I really think is really pretty now? The more I say it, Beyonce and Jay-Z, Blue Ivory. I really think that is a nice name. At first, it didn't sound right. Patricia Ann. Patricia and Stephanie is always two names I like. I liked it, those two names, Patricia and Stephanie. Ruby remind me of a diamond, ruby, a pearl. You can name them pearl. I mean, it may sound crazy, but it really sounds good. And I really believe, well, not now. People used to say that generation have changed. Names that you name your kids keep you from job. It depends on who's looking at the resume. But now you see all kinds of nationalities that's picking up those names. So you don't even know where they got that name from. And I'd be like, your name is what? I'm like, that's something like we would have named our child. Yeah, that's my name. Like Brenda's name. That's a beautiful name. It's not but 3 Brendias in this world. It was 3. I don't know if it's 3. And somebody named their grandchild after Brenda. Now everybody think her name Brenda, but her name is Brenda. And it's a beautiful name. And one thing I'm really proud of Brenda, she don't mind people calling her by her name. Brenda. A lot of them don't know about Brenda. They know about Brenda. Rosalie. Yeah, Rosalie. I like those names. When you think about it, and then when people tell you their name and their grandparents' name, I'll be like, wow, I would love to know that story. Those names are with wisdom. Willie Mae. I think everybody had a Willie Mae in their life. And in the South, everybody had a junior. Everybody got a junior. My son is a junior. Would I do that again? I don't know. And then he's got a real simple name, Dexter. Dexter. It made it really, really simple. Letitia, we took a while to try to figure out how to spell that name. Everybody spelled it a little bit different from that one. From that one, like, really? Willie Mae or Johnny Mae. Yeah, yep, Johnny Mae, Willie Mae. Yep, yep. Everybody had that. My sister-in-law name is Elsie Mae. Elsie Mae. Kathy is a beautiful name. I like that name, Kathy. Um, Karen is a nice name. Um, but my friend named there, he didn't get a boy. His name was Jesse. So he didn't get a boy. So he named his daughter after him, Jesse. I think it's Jessie Mae. No, we call her just Jessie. I don't know her name. But you find some women, I found out some women name is Tracy, some women name is, some men name is Tracy. Johnny, it depends if you put a Y on there. Johnny, a woman, Johnny, a man. You could call them Beth, Jean, Rhoda, Jean, and Velma. Gee! No, they didn't. They named all of them in middle names. G. Hey, did we have a boxer that named all their kids the same name too? Did we have a boxer that did that? Jenny G for the Jenny. Velma G. Jean. I guess didn't nobody have to fight over their middle name, huh? I guess they ain't have to worry about their middle name. Jean. My name is Phyllis Denise. My mama made my middle name Denise. I like that middle name. I even like the first name because my mama did it. I liked it. My sister name is Diane Marie. That's another one. Marie is another name that people name their kids. And I have an auntie named Helen. I have another auntie named Mary. Lolita. I have one named Lolita. Somebody in my family named Vera. Vera May. I think her name is Vera. Patricia, we said that one. Shirley is another one. Consistent Marie is popular. Constant Marie is popular. That is a popular name. Constant Marie. I heard that name somewhere before. I heard that name. Marie is really popular though. Marie is a popular name. My brother's name is Andre. Then I have one named Nathan. Now, my brother's nickname is Poochie. But his wife, he dare her to call him Poochie. My brother was named after a dog. The dog's name was Snoochie, and the dog liked it. Poochie liked it, my brother, so they named him Poochie. My brother named Squatty because he used to always squat, so they got Squatty. Some people have the weirdest nickname. The weirdest nickname, the weirdest name. Now Nathan and Andre is a really nice name, but I don't call my brother Nathan. I hear everybody say Nathan, Andre. All right, Poochie Squatty. Some people nicknames can stick to them. Some people nicknames just can't. Sometimes you just can't. I got one niece named Mama Duke. We still call her Mama Duke. My mama named us easy names: James, Angela, and Kevin. Yeah, Kevin is a nice name too. I think Kevin is a beautiful name. I really like that. Y'all, who child can I get the name? Anthony, Christopher, Mark, Tori, Ram, Lee, I'm trying to pronounce that Rodney and Keep. Okay, your brother's name. Christopher, Mark, Tori, Brown. I'm trying to pronounce, make sure I pronounce Lemuel. Rodney and Keith. Y'all, excuse me if I'm saying these names wrong. Look, y'all know if I just can't read, I just can't read. But I'm trying to get them on there. But they on there, and I think a lot of people will say, "Wait, I have brothers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, I am. How many brothers did you have? Okay, 8. You had 8 brothers. How many sisters did you have? Raymond. I wish I would have had a lot more. I got my. I thank God for ones I do have, but I wish I would have had more kids. I promise. God, I wish I would have had more children. Oh my God, I wish I did. Lie. But raising them suckers wasn't easy. That's why I stopped real early. I am. You don't have no sisters. I am. Well, you know what? Why don't y'all do something for me if y'all feel like it? Wanda, Cameron, Andrew, and Ashley. Wait a minute. How many sisters is that? Wait a minute. Is all these children coming from your mama? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What, your mama had that many kids? Or did they come from your daddy? 7. 1, 2, 3. Are you? My auntie had 16 kids. Oh, 9 different moms. Oh, but my auntie had 16 kids. Same daddy. There was no other in the country. Same mama. She said she got so tired of being pregnant, she hadn't seen her feet in so many years when she got old. Oh my God. She was so tired of being pregnant. Papa was a rolling stone, yeah, yeah. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. Y'all, woo! And when he died, my grandfather was like that. Man, because we got property there, you know. My granddad had so many kids. Man, it was a rolling stone. That would happen back there in them days like that. And it still happen now, but it's not like it used to be. I'm telling you, them songs that they sung back then was real life. Real life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My my mom had, I think we all had different daddies. I think everybody had different daddies. Woo, now that I think about it. So I asked my sister, who's your daddy? They say so and so my daddy. Who's your dad? They say so and so. Then I look more at my brothers. I say, I don't think you look like him. I think the other one looks like him. But it is what it was. It is what it was. Back then, they created some beautiful people. And thank God for your sisters and brothers. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't care where they came from. They mine. They mind we was all brought up in the same house together. But it is what it is. Yeah, we had a good crazy conversation this morning. I guess to sit there, but I'm gonna let y'all go. God, man, we've been on here for 2 hours and 10 minutes and 20-something seconds. We will be on here. My brother had a different father. Only had me. He never wanted me. Crumb snatchers. I think that had a lot to do with your mom not having any more children. I don't think that had too much to do with him. That was up to your mother. Having kids, I'm telling you, I just stopped having them. I like, man, I wanted more children. I wish I would have had more. I wish I would have had more. Sometime I just, but going through when it was just too much to bear to be. I always thought I was gonna die. I'm being honest. That's probably another reason I didn't have too many kids. Because I always thought I was gonna die, and I didn't want to leave my kids like my mama had passed away and left me. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not gonna die and leave my kids. So it is what it is. Oh well. But you guys, I'm gonna let you guys go, and we'll see you guys at 4 o'clock. Me and Brenda. It is a lot of work. Neglect yourself. You neglect yourself when you have children. I don't do it now, but I used to. Sometimes you still neglect yourself. You still get a phone call. My grandson just called me. I know he wants something. All right. We'll see you guys about 4 o'clock for Family Feud. And I want to thank you guys for coming. I want to thank you guys for your love. I want to thank you guys for your care. I want to thank you guys for everything that you guys have offered me today. I want to thank you guys for just tuning in. Don't forget, go look at that video Brenda had introducing herself. If you hadn't went, go look at it. And I'll talk to you later.